Welcome to the Continuing Educator podcast, where we're doing like a very special back to school on camera episode with two very special guests.
That's right. Back to school for teachers, we think about being adults in the classroom, re-engaging with kids. However, we've captured a couple of kids from the wilds here, and we're going to talk to them about how they think about back to school. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Harper.
And what grade are you going to be in?
5th grade, but in my district, it is middle school.
It is middle school, so you'll be going to a new school this year. Okay, we're definitely going to dig into that. And your first name?
My name's Amelia, and I'm going to be going into 6th grade, which in our school is middle school.
Which is also a new school for you. So both of you have some school behind you. You're not kindergartners. So we're going to talk about new schools.
What's special about your new school?
Well, I'm just going into middle school, and I'm leaving from my elementary year where I was only for a month because I've been doing homeschool for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh. So this is your first year, not only back to school, but like
my first full year.
It's to school. It's time to school.
Time
oh
to
my
school.
gosh. Okay, so I have some questions for you.
Yes.
What are some things that you feel like you've seen in like TV shows or like in books or stuff that you're curious if it's like real in a real school?
I wonder how big their library is.
You're a reader. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's big.
I'm not quite sure, but I know they have a very interesting entrance to their library. I saw a video and a couple of photos of it, so I'm excited to see that.
What is it?
They're basically big pavement stairs, and in the middle there's really big ones, and then on the both edges there's a little bit of smaller ones. So you can walk up some of them, but you can sit on the other ones, and it goes to the library.
A little, like Hogwartsian.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's great.
And so, Harper, for you, you'll also be going to a new school, but unlike Amelia, you've been in the same school for K through 4. So every year you knew the building, you knew the routine. What are you thinking about this year as you contemplate? You know you're not going back to a place you've been. What's that like as a kid, thinking about going to a new school, not sure if you'll know people or not, that type of thing?
I think for me, at least, it's more about the teachers, because I know all the teachers there.
At your old school?
Yeah, at my old school, yeah.
Yeah.
And so going into a new school, I know none of them, and I don't have, like, connections with any of them.
Yeah. So does that make you nervous? And what do you think about?
It just makes me, like, yeah, I think it makes me nervous because I don't know them.
Right.
And I'm not, like, very, like, I find something that I like and I like to stick with it.
Okay.
And so moving schools is finding something that I like and having to move from it.
Ooh, that was deep.
Yeah, it's super deep. Yeah.
Well, how could a teacher make you feel really comfortable, like week 1?
I like it when teachers like try to get to know the students well, because I like know that my teacher this year, we knew each other really well. Like, and I like connecting with teachers. And I know that a lot of my friends like to know their teachers, and I like it when the teachers can like reference to something about us.
What would they reference? Tell us one thing about you that you wish your teachers knew. What's like a cool thing about Harper? Cool fun fact that would help us know more about you.
3 houses.
3 houses?
In 2 different states.
Since you've been born, you've lived in 3 houses in 2 different states?
Well, I moved to the other state. I had the house in the other state when I was 4.
Wow. So you've done a lot of moving.
Yeah. Well, I've stuck in one house and then I've grown.
Transitions,
Wow.
right? Yeah.
And Amelia, what fun fact should a teacher know about you to connect with you more?
I like a lot of sports.
Really? What kind of sports do you like?
Well, Harper and I do rock climbing, and I'm not doing it right now, but I like doing flag rugby. Flag rugby, yeah.
Flag rugby.
Yes.
Tag rugby.
Flag rugby.
Flag, tag, rugby.
You have to pull the flag.
Touch rugby.
Yes.
Okay,
say
got
that.
it. Good. Wait, I don't. So rugby, like where you can throw the ball backwards?
Yes, only.
Only back.
Only backwards.
Yeah.
Throw it forward, you're out.
Yep.
It's very painful.
I'd be bad at this. Have you ever gotten like an injury from this game?
Nope.
I have.
Nope.
I only went for a day and I got injured.
So that's how you know each other.
Yeah. No.
No, they went to
we met
preschool.
in preschool.
Yeah.
You guys are like OG friends. You've been friends for a minute.
We were in the same school for a while together when I was doing private school with her.
Very, very
That's
cool.
how we met.
preschool. And so, all right, so let's turn back to this idea of back to school. You guys are still in your summer, but I want you to kind of fast forward a little bit. How do you transition from summer to getting back into the routine of school? Maybe you're staying up late now. Maybe you're a little less regimented on what you got to do. How do you think about getting back into the job of being a student in school, and how can teachers help you with that? Whoever wants to go first. Go ahead.
Well, for me, it's kind of new. I've never really had a very strict summer vacation. So going back into schooling on a specific date is going to be a little bit different. I am excited for it, though, and I think a way that I can feel more comfortable doing it and just be easier for me is just having good teachers that really want everybody to learn.
Okay. And how would a teacher convey to you that they want you to learn?
Really helping you when you are trying to figure something out, if they have extra time, or when you're trying to keep the kids that are doing a lot of noise, at least say something about it so that the other kids can try to focus more.
Awesome.
So protect your learning time.
Yes.
And make you feel welcome when you need help.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Those are really great teacher tips.
Great stuff. How about for you, Harper?
Like I said, orientation week for me is getting to know the school and the teachers. So, let's see, I've had a lot of different types of teachers. I've had very fun teachers, very fun and strict teachers. But I feel that fun and strict teachers help me learn a lot because they can, I feel so they're open to helping me learn with anything that I want to learn or I need to learn, and then they do it strictly.
Right, with structure.
With structure. They give me support on the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. And that helps you make the switch from summer to school.
Yeah. It's just support on the bottom and openness on the top.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh.
You're giving some our listeners some really, really good tips. Can I ask a fun question?
Yeah, please.
What's the thing that you're most excited about buying or needing for back to school?
You're both getting tall now. This is happening.
Yeah, I've always been younger and taller than her.
True.
I wonder if that'll change. I wonder if you'll catch up. And if not, it's okay. It's down here. It's great.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm actually really excited to go back to school shopping because when I joined school, I was not in the season for that. So I joined basically just before spring break. So trying to find any materials I needed or clothes was actually more stressful than exciting to look for stuff. And before that, anytime I went into a store and I was getting ready for school, I always kind of wanted to be in public school because I always wanted to be going shopping for that because I never was able to.
Yeah, you never really needed a backpack or a bunch of different outfits.
Notebook.
No, my mom made my plan. So besides that, we just got our paper and we're good.
Yeah.
Well, how fun for you.
Oh my gosh. Everything from backpack to shoes.
I have been using a hiking backpack for my school backpack.
Okay. There you go.
I'm picturing something as big as you are, so that's pretty comical.
Yeah.
A hiking backpack.
6th grade with all the newness of kindergarten.
Yeah.
How fun.
I mean that respectfully, of course.
Yeah, of course. I want to go back
We
to
don't
school
have
shopping.
lockers, so I'm have to carry. I'm happy to get a new backpack.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I need one.
That'd be great. Well, what about for you, Harper?
I'm excited too. I've always loved buying markers.
You love markers. You want some new markers.
There's so many markers at my school. There's the gel highlighter. There's the rainbow highlighters. There's the dark highlighters.
Yeah.
And you
I
want
just love markers.
you want the scented?
I want all of those.
You want
She wants all
every
the
marker.
markers.
What is your marker carrying apparatus? Are you a pencil pouch person?
I'm a pencil box.
You
person.
want?
Got it.
Yeah. Great.
What about you, Jacob? What about you?
For me,
When
for
you
back to school,
when you were a kid, what did you look forward to?
I always dreaded back to school shopping. I needed it because I had grown during the summer.
Me too.
And my mother was the person who I would go back to school shopping with. And you may not know this. I know you know this. At some point, you reach a stage where you don't really want to go shopping with your parents, you know, especially because they tend to have a knack of embarrassing you just when you're starting to feel cool. And so my mom was really good at that. Like, you know, and there's plenty of stories. And I don't think I'm going to tell them all here. I've told enough, but yeah. So what did I like? I feared back to school shopping. I guess like you, I love a good mechanical pencil.
Yeah.
I'm
binder. I'm like binder and notebook, like things that feel like sturdy and like I'm going to be Harriet the Spy. Like I'm going to fill it with all of my ingenious
Did you ever have a trapper
things.
keeper?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Until they weren't cool, and then I was like, I'm not allowed to have one of these, I guess.
I think they're cool again.
I think they are too. I see them in my school.
Yeah, trapper keepers.
Well, do you guys have any advice for other students going back to school? You gave some good teacher advice. What do you think is some good student advice?
I think that you have to be open about what type of teacher you're getting, because if you really have a set idea of what you're going to have, if it's something different, it can seem way harder than I think it's going to be need to.
Yeah.
I loved my teacher.
You loved your
Wow.
teacher.
Did you love them day one, or did you keep an open mind and love them soon?
They were great. Just from the beginning.
Oh, day one, sparks.
Sweet.
Love it.
I don't know your teacher, but I'm scared of it.
Any advice for other students, Harp?
A lot of student openness as well, because it's kind of your choice. Like, I've always heard this my whole life. It's not, you can't control what people do. You can only control how you react. So if someone's like annoying you and they don't know it, or if they are annoying you to annoy you, like, you can ignore or you can engage, and that is two different responses that they have and you have.
Interesting. So just choose your choices in how you interact with people as a student.
Because if you interact in a way that will, like, encourage them to keep doing what you don't like, that's, like, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of open-mindedness.
These are some open-minded kids.
Yeah, we've got to have open minds about everything.
You know, let me wrap our questions with one that I want to pose to you, obviously. We spend a lot of time as teachers thinking about where we want to get kids to. You know, we know that you were in 5th grade before. At the end of this year, I need to get you to these standards in 6th grade, and similar for you in 5th grade. And so we kind of think about that in terms of the goals we set for students and how we help them. But I want to ask you guys, going into a new grade, you guys have done school, even if it's been homeschool before. You know, you've seen how much you've grown, how much you're able to do more than you were able to do the year before, et cetera. What is a goal each of you have for the grade you're about to enter?
Because I have a slight learning disability, I'm kind of worried about math, but I want to get better at it and try to stop telling myself that I'm bad at it so that I can go a little bit farther in it. It's really interesting how math works, and I've seen patterns in it before. I just have to figure out how to do it first.
You got it. Give me 5. You got this, girl. You got it.
Kind of the opposite.
Yeah?
Because I've been in math high cap from kindergarten to where I am now.
So you love math.
I love math, but and reading and writing, but I think I'm taking advantage of being so far ahead and not trying to get farther. Because I am far ahead, but I can do better.
You can do better. So your goal is to continue to push yourself to your potential.
Maybe like instead of trying to go fast, maybe pausing and going deep.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I mean, when you're going fast, you're kind of skating.
Yeah.
Maybe like scuba dive for a second, right? That's really cool, and y'all are gonna be able to help
See
each
all the
other
pretty
out.
fish?
Oh yeah.
See all the pretty fish. Well, listen, it's a real honor to have both of you on here as we talk about back to school. I'm sorry, were you going to say something? Okay.
Were you gonna sing our outro song? Did we teach that to you?
Did we teach you our song?
No.
You guys, we actually don't have one. Would you guys like
You
to
wanna
make
make it
up
up?
an outro song for the Continuing Educator? Just
Okay.
go. 3, 2, 1.
If you want to go farther in your education, you have to keep an open mind. Yes!
All right, girls. All right, there we have it. So you never know what you're going to find on the Continuing Educator. Again,
might
thank
find
you
these
so
little
much.
gems.
These little gems, Amelia and Harper. We wish you a happy back to school. We wish you too a happy back to school.
Gonna go back to the wild now.
Yeah.
Back to the wild. We'll see you this season on the Continuing Educator.